Okay, I want to call to order the this special meeting of the Fall River Redevelopment Authority, Wednesday, November 30th, 8:30 a.m. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of the public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recording or transmission are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. This is a remote meeting with all members expecting to attend. We're still waiting for Luis, but I'd like to take a roll call for those who are here, starting with me, Joe Marshall.
Johnny Erickson here, present.
Joan Madeira's here.
Ian Keen here.
Anyone
Louis
else?
Gonzalez here.
Oh, there he is.
Louis, good.
Hi, Louis.
Hi.
Good morning,
All
gentlemen.
right, all right,
Ladies.
and also participating, if you could acknowledge your presence, Sarah Page,
Here.
John Coughlin.
Here.
And Ken Fiola, Administrative Consultant. Okay, good. All right, as we have on our agenda, the first item is discussion and potential vote to provide a tent for the Mass DOT groundbreaking ceremony on December 21st at City Pier. Sarah, before we do that, you want to explain for the listeners and the rest of the board what that is, the DOT groundbreaking and why it's going to exist?
Yes, so we had been, so Mass DOT very
Headphones on.
happily is getting ready to break ground on the Route 79 project.
Right.
And we had been asked earlier in the fall if we could host the groundbreaking on City Pier. And at that time, it was still fall and probably a heated tent wouldn't have been required. I had talked with Mass DOT about a tent and they said that they had something they could bring, but tents can't be staked on City Pier, so they weren't really prepared to do a tent with water barrels holding it down. And so I think it's really great for us to be able to have an event like that on City Pier. It's a great location for them because you look at Route 79 and they can bring their dirt pile and which they're going to do. That was one of the requirements. Couldn't
All
have a dirt pile. And so I think it's a wonderful opportunity for us and for the media, and that we really would need a heated tent. Mass DOT wasn't really planning on that, in a position to do that. So we've gotten a quote from the tent company that we used for the dedication, and we've gotten them down to about $1,400. And so we're proposing that we vote on a rental not to exceed $1,500.
Okay, so you have an actual quote for that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Any discussion or a motion to make a motion?
Go ahead. Did somebody say something?
Yeah, I just got a question, Sarah. That includes the, we got one heater or two heaters?
Good.
It includes just one, but it's going to be a small tent. It's nothing like the one that we
Okay.
had for the dedication. We're looking at one that's 20 by 30, although for a little more, we could go to 20 by 40 if we decide the number of people have expanded. Mass DOT thought it would be 30. I think it's probably more like 50, and this size tent should accommodate that.
Okay.
Good.
Sarah, do you know what time it's at?
Oh,
Yeah, it's 9:30.
Okay. So I move we approve the tent payment of not to exceed
1,500, yeah.
1,500, is that what it
Yeah,
was?
that was the amount, yeah.
Okay.
Is there a second to that motion? That was John
Second.
Erickson.
Yeah.
Second.
Who's out, Joan? Okay.
Yes.
All in favor with a roll call vote, signify by saying aye. Joe Marshall, aye.
John Erickson, aye.
Joan Maderis, aye.
And Keen, aye.
Louis Gonzalez, aye.
Okay, that's unanimous, so moved. Next item, well, last item, is to discuss, go into entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss real estate transaction going on at Innovation Way, and vote to approve an extension of the closing date for the sale of Innovation Way property to VMD from December 1st to January 31st, and to authorize the chair, myself, to sign an amendment to the LDA. With that in mind, let's go into executive session, not to return. If there's a motion to go into executive session and not return.
I
Is
move,
there a
And
motion?
Joe, you need to make the finding that an open session would have a detrimental effect on.
That's
the
correct.
negotiating
And-
position of-
And that is the purpose of going into executive session, is that going into that, if we didn't go into executive session, the finding could have a detrimental effect to discussions with the purchaser. So that's the reason we're going into executive session and not returning, and I'll entertain a motion that says that.
I move, we move into executive session.
Second
Second,
by Joan?
yes.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye. Joe Marshall, aye.
Erickson, aye.
Joan Maderis, aye.
And Keen, aye.
Louis Gonzalez, aye.
Okay, so moved. Thank you.